anything happen? Anything you couldn't explain?
With 400 million books sold in 67 different languages and $5.4 billion in film revenues worldwide with the first 6 movies, Harry Potter is nothing short of a phenomenon. The book teaches that we have to rely on our friends and our community, not magic, to solve our problems. Dr. Larissa Tracy, Assistant Professor of Medieval Literature for Longwood's Department of English and Modern Languages, offers her take on how this phenomenon has contributed to literature.
Page 394.
I think it's restored an interest in a lot of fantasy motifs and ideas that we haven't actually seen since Tolkien, and that it's actually kind of raised the level of interest in literature for a whole nother generation. Students, parents, kids, you get all kinds of people who are reading Harry Potter who don't necessarily pick up a book to read for fun.
Rhonda Brock-Rice, Associate Professor of English, and Chris McGee, Assistant Professor of English, expressed their thoughts on the books and the movies.
Harry Potter, in a way, is just a real comforting story. The underdog triumphs.
Healing curse. Only one person is known to have survived it. You're sitting in this room.
This series seems really, especially close. I've had a lot of people who are huge fans of the books say they don't like the movies. I've always really liked the movies, and they managed to maintain a lot of plot, especially the more recent one. It seems like they don't want to leave a single scene out of the books. That's why it's taken 2 movies.
Tracy commented on why the characters are so appealing and easy to relate to.
Not everybody can be Harry Potter, but maybe we can be Hermione. Not everybody's going to be Hermione, and maybe some of us are Ron, and we kind of recognize the different facets of our own personalities in the very complex and textured characters she created. Some of us might just be Neville.
Catherine Wright, a junior at Longwood University, went to the Sunchase Cinema's midnight premiere of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
I am really hoping that it follows the story. I have read some reviews online and people have said that it's the best one so far, so I think everyone's really excited about it. I think everyone here is kind of a diehard Harry Potter fans. I feel like a lot more people would be here if they didn't have 8 a.m.s in the morning.
Tracy offered her take on how Rowling was able to create such an iconic series.
Mr. Potter, our new celebrity.
I think she's tapped into essentially a societal love of fantasy, and I think she just hit it at the right time.
McGee expresses his expectations for Part 2 and the challenges of appealing to a wide audience while still remaining true to the books.
One of the toughest expectations of Part 2 is that in the book you've got Dumbledore show up at the end to sort of explain a lot of stuff, to tie loose ends together, and you've got the scene at the very end where they're all grown up, at the station. Those are 2 scenes which I'm wondering if they're really going to stick to them that much. Like, I wonder if they're going to have Dumbledore show up again, because the books are really dark up to that point.
These are dark times, there is no denying.
Brock-Rice speculates on the future of the Harry Potter series.
I don't know if Harry Potter has the staying power Lord of the Rings did. Because remember, Lord of the Rings was around for... what was it written? The Hobbit was written in the 20s. Lord of the Rings was written after that, and they were around until, late in the 20th century, before they sort of became mass popular. Harry went exactly the other way. He started out really big, and I wonder if, as time goes on, he won't sort of fade away to kind of fanboy status.
Not weak! Prove it!
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 will be released on July 15, 2011. For WMLU, I'm Ashley Bowles.